What do you see in my head? Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. Okay, imagine a boy in a 5th grade classroom. His teacher has assigned him a worksheet to do. He's not doing it again. He is drawing a comic book instead of his work. Is traditional school the wrong place for this boy? Does he have other options? I'm going to tell you today about a variety of homeschooling methods that are available for us as parents. We need to be aware of these options so that we can know about them in case we need to homeschool our child or in case we just want to homeschool our child. So I'll start with the first one, which is child-specific development style, or I'll tell you about 3. Child-specific development style, curriculum-based style, and eclectic style. So I'll start with the first one, which is child-based, child-specific development style. Child-specific development style emphasizes the child's interests, what they're interested in. According to Ann Larson Fisher in Homeschooling, Notes on Successful Family Living, 2003, the parent provides a learning environment for the child similar to that environment we provide for a flower that we want to grow. So for a flower, we would provide soil and water and sunlight for a flower to grow. And we can provide those things for our child. We can provide them with books to read, and art supplies, and pencil and paper, and the internet to help them to find their interests. Once they've found their interests, we as parents can take that interest and expand upon it to help them to incorporate math and to help them incorporate science and reading and writing and art and history into their interests so that they can have a well-rounded education. We also take into account their individual learning styles, whether they're a hands-on learner or whether they're a visual learner or an auditory learner. We can find that out and use their strengths to improve their learning. So that's child-specific development style, and now I'll talk to you about curriculum-based. So curriculum-based is where you would go out and choose a textbook or workbook series that you like the best, and you would buy it and bring it home, and you would take a calendar or a planner and you would plan out your lessons. So you would plan out a week in advance or a month or a year and figure out what you're going to teach your child. So in 2006, Dr. Heather Allen states in the book Homeschooling Methods that this method may be more comfortable for us as parents because most of us grew up learning by this method with textbooks and workbooks, and we are more familiar with it. We can also track better, like if they're getting academically, if they are learning what they're supposed to be learning every year. So that's curriculum based, and I will talk to you now about eclectic style. And eclectic is, according to Maggie Hogan in Homeschooling Methods 2006, the eclectic style is like a smorgasbord or buffet. So you're choosing a little bit here, you're choosing a little bit there, and you're pulling it in and you're working with it to see if it works. Most homeschoolers do use a method where they are taking a little bit from one method, taking a little bit from another, and kind of mixing and matching it together. This gives us the freedom to work with a lot of different methods and to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work and do more of what works. So now that we've discussed 3 methods, let's finish up. We've discussed child-specific development method, we've discussed curriculum-based method, and we've discussed eclectic. It's important for us as parents or as leaders to be informed about these methods because we may be called upon at some time to homeschool our child, or we may choose to do it. So back to that little boy in the classroom who was struggling with his schoolwork and not wanting to do it. He may be more of a visual learner. He may need to have more art incorporated into his lessons and figure out his learning style. But now we know that he does have more options and that he has different ways of learning that are open to him. So I'll end with this little slide just for fun, little bumper stickers.
That's awesome. Cage free.
That's it. Yay!